Welcome to a summary of Fall from Grace. In a war that has been raging on for nearly 200 years, Melody, the elven bard, Azar, the half-elf immolator, and Kodroth, the human cleric, who serves the god Kratos, all find themselves in a war trench, receiving orders to infiltrate enemy lines to destroy a cannon that has the power to decimate their base. This base is the main headquarters of the resistance that is fighting the current government, whose goal it is to eliminate the use of magic. Their party is led by an old electromancer by the name of Remmy. Similarly, another group led by Remy's brother Denny is traveling to an alternate location for the same purpose of destroying a second cannon. If both parties succeed, the resistance headquarters, along with the sacred magic artifact that they've been studying, will be spared. After traveling through the abandoned mines, the party encounters a necromancer that appears to be in the employ of the government, and after defeating him, the group arrives at the cannon site. Remmy ultimately sacrifices himself to destroy the cannon and leave the party with a message of love for his son Regan. Not long after emerging from the site of the cannon, the party sees a massive explosion in the distance where their headquarters lies. They assume that their counterparts have failed, and they make their way to the second cannon site. Once they arrive, they find that this cannon has indeed been destroyed, but also find their comrades slain on the ground, save Remy's brother Denny, who is nowhere to be found. Based on her bardic knowledge of forgotten history, Melody tells of a magic portal that can send the party back in time so they might prevent the cannon from going off. But in order to do so, they will need a magic artifact that is currently in the possession of the magic oppressing government. On their way to the capital city of Taur, where the artifact lies, the party encounters a tyransaurus rex, and in their struggle to defeat such a powerful monster, they run into an acquaintance who joins their cause, Agnar, the mercenary human fighter. After forcefully sneaking into the city, the group meets up with Grigori, the old orc bard, and receives information they need to attain the artifact. Once they obtain a map of the building, the group proceeds to infiltrate a museum and make their way into its basement and fight to attain the artifact they need to open the portal. Narrowly escaping the capital guards as they flee the capital, the group begins their journey towards the forest. Resting for the night in the town of Ignas, the party is assaulted by a group of mercenaries that were dispatched by the government, and after escaping the town, which is now burning to the ground, they discover that Azar's father, Agar, and the orc informant, Grigori, have been taken captive by the government and are being escorted to a location for questioning. The group decides to attack the convoy and free them in transit. In the altercation with the envoy, they learn that the general leading this is none other than Regan, Remy's son, who is defeated but manages to escape. After freeing Grigori and Agar, the party makes their way to the location of the portal, a once holy site for the Fae races known as the Forgotten Forest. After defeating the temple guardian, Kodroth receives a magical amulet blessed by his god Kratos. The party arrives at the holy site within the temple, using the artifact from the museum and Agar sacrificing the pole arm that he inherited from his father. The party is transported back in time to the location of the second cannon an hour before it was to be fired, only to find it already destroyed. Just after the group's arrival, the second party that was dispatched to destroy the cannon shows up, surprised to see their presence. In a startling turn of events, the four adventurers accompanying Denny deal him a mortal wound and attack the party. After defeating the attackers and healing Remmy as best as possible, the group travels to the site of the headquarters to discern the current state of the resistance. Arriving at the location, they find all of their comrades slain at the site. They also find the site of the sacred artifact held by the resistance, the necromancer that they had fought in the mines, who is now attempting to seal the magic held within. It's also revealed that the necromancer is none other than Remy's son and nephew to Denny, Regan. After defeating Regan, he retreats with a warning of impending doom should the magic in the artifact be released, and just as the day seemed to be won, the seal is broken, and the Fomorian God Baylor, son of Indek, emerges, declaring his intent to wipe out the Tuatha De Danann along with all the mortal creatures of this world. Upon the party surviving an onslaught of Baylor's attacks with the aid of Kratos, Baylor leaves the fight in explosive force. Denny sacrifices himself to save the party as the entire town around them is decimated. After the eradication of the resistance, the party once again encounters Grigori, who informs them of the war between the Tuatha De Danann and the Fomorian gods, positing that the god of the Minotaurs was to believe to be Lu of the Tuatha De Danann, who is a dryad and also the grandson of Baylor. He goes on to suggest that if these two gods were loose here in this world, that their war would start anew, wreaking havoc across the land.